Shalom, shalom. Hey, I got the $1 million question, right? For those that claim the mark of the beast is a microchip, right? With everything going on in the earth, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? What nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's all white people, you got to be specific, because obviously Russia is not doing what America is doing. China is not doing what America is doing. Iran is definitely not doing what America is doing. What nations or what white nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's America, then obviously it ain't going to be the whole world. So this is where the doctrine kind of falls very short. It takes a deep dive very short. If the mark of the beast is going to be a worldwide thing and you can't eat, right, and drink and buy and sell, right, all of this stuff with a physical chip, the $1 million question is, who's going to implement it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that, right? Because obviously the nations ain't getting along. And whatever NATO's doing, BRICS ain't with it. And whatever BRICS is doing, NATO ain't with it. So who's going to implement it? This is why I don't subscribe, and neither do the servants subscribe to the mark of the beast being a microchip.
Well, first and foremost, you don't have to subscribe to it. And the true servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai do subscribe to it. Okay? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, I want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, I'm the brother Zion. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to feed the sheep and the lambs of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And this was a video sent to me by one of the brothers. We kind of laughed at it. These guys are clearly not in the spirit of prophecy itself, because they're asking these retarded questions, and they're calling it $1 million question, but it's really a stupid question. All right, first and foremost, to answer the question directly, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? The answer is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, he's going to do it. Okay, and what you guys are doing is basically doubting the Lord and his power and what he has established and what he has set up. Okay, first and foremost, these are the Lord's words. Okay, this has nothing to do with what nation he's going to use to do it. All right, which we know he's going to use Esau, Edom. But you guys are clearly doubting the prophecy. OK, now you can't see how all of this AI technology and digital IDs and everything is going digital. You can't see the way that the world is going. All right, which we like to say all roads lead to the chip. OK, they're implementing their AI and their different technology strategies to gear society up. OK, into the way of the chip. All right. So if you can't see it, my man, then I'm sorry. You know, maybe it's not for you. The election have obtained it and the rest were blinded. It's not $1 million question. You niggas try to make it seem like you coming up with this epiphany. No, the Lord is going to use Esau, Edom to implement it. It doesn't matter if Esau, Edom is not on the same page as far as the nations are concerned. OK, at the end of the day, they're all Edomites. OK, and they're going to try to create a one world government. All right. And we believe through faith when society crashes, OK, which a lot of places don't use cash as it is. I went to pay my phone bill today. I walked in the Verizon store and the first thing I said was, do you guys take cash? Because a lot of places are not taking cash. It's only electronic payments. But however, let's read this Revelation. So he's saying that only this is why I don't subscribe to it. Well, who are you? OK, we don't give a damn if you subscribe to it or not. When this thing actually goes down and Esau Edom implements it, then we'll see where you stand. Okay, but right now, a lot of you dudes still have this prideful ass spirit. But wait till the Lord fully implements this thing. Revelation 19:9, and he said unto me, Right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, These are the true sayings of Yahweh. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And a lot of you dudes can't see it, just like a lot of you dudes was saying that the mark of the beast was spiritual. You know, remember when a lot of you guys were saying that it was spiritual, and we did videos proving to you that it was physical. Okay, that it's a physical mark. All right. So it's not $1 million question, man. The Most High is going to use Esau Edom, okay, to implement this thing. That's why it says that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, because the Most High gave him the power to do certain things, implement certain things, all right, and do what the Most High wants him to carry out. The Most High gives the directions to Esau Edom, and Esau Edom, starting with his elites, carry it out. Okay, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, like I said. All right. It says, just matter of fact, let's get that scripture where it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Okay. A lot of you dudes just don't understand, man. Okay. Because you're carnal. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So who's in charge? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Like Apostle Tahar likes to say, this is the Lord's chip, man. Let's listen to this again.
Shalom. Hey, I got the $1 million question, right? For those that claim the mark of the beast is a microchip, right? With everything going on in the earth, who's going to implement the mark of the beast? What nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say...
What does it say in the scriptures? Let's get it real quick. It says, for this is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Who is that talking about? You answering your own question, man. Okay? This proves that you guys do not have the spirit of prophecy. Revelation chapter 13. And let's go to verse Salakia. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, which we know the image is this system, this society, okay? And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's the answer to your question. Who's going to implement it? Who's going to implement? You niggas, it's like you trying to stop prophecy, man, because you don't have the spirit of prophecy. Here is wisdom. This is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. For it is the number of a man. Who is it talking about? Esau Edom. Okay? He's going to implement it. However the Lord sees fit for him to implement it.
It's all white people. You got to be specific, because obviously Russia is
and all
not
white
doing...
people are not Edomites. That's another, you know, a lot of you camps, you simp. The correct term is Edomites.
What America is doing. China is not doing what America is doing. Iran is definitely not doing what America is doing. What nations or what white nation is going to implement the mark of the beast? Because if you say it's America, then obviously it ain't going to be the whole world.
Whatever, however the Lord sees fit for it to be implemented, rather it's through a double F, which is a false you know what, rather it's through something like that, where he crashes the system. We don't know yet. We got to wait and see. It's a prophecy watch. But we know that he's going to use Esau, Edom to do so.
Trent Kanza falls very short. It takes a deep dive, very short. If the mark of the beast is going to be a worldwide thing,
the doctrine doesn't take a deep dive. That's in your mind. Okay? This is Ephesians 4:14, that we henceforth be no longer children, tossed to and fro, or carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and their cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. Okay? And that's what you're trying to do, man. This is where the doctrine takes a deep dive. No, it doesn't. You just don't have the correct understanding. Because you're too busy doing unity camps. You're too busy trying to make profit off the ministry. You're not grounded and settled and really foreseeing the prophecy.
You can't eat, right? And drink and buy and sell, right? All of this stuff with a physical chip. The $1 million question is, who's going to implement it? And I'm going to leave y'all with that, right? Because obviously the nations ain't getting along. And whatever NATO's doing, BRICS ain't with it. And whatever BRICS is doing, NATO ain't with it. So who's going to implement it? This is why I don't subscribe, and neither do the servants subscribe to the mark of the beast being a microchip.
So yeah, that was, you know, like I said, you don't have to subscribe to it, and the true servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai do subscribe to it. So, hey man, you got to watch these simps out there, you know, who don't understand prophecy. They don't have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. With that, I'm going to say shalom.